need. Dramatic cinematic, bitches.
Check us out, dramaticcinematic.com.
At 4:30, it's the wackiest detective with the craziest spy stuff.
Mom, do you ever feel, not so fresh?
I'm Mr. Bucket. Toss your balls in my top. I'm Mr. Bucket. Out of my mouth, they will pop.
All right, listen up, everybody. You've heard of Facebook. You've heard of MySpace.
The newest online social networking craze involves a website called Twitter.
And supposedly it is the next big thing. It's a name you can't forget. It's called TwitFlix.
TwitFlix. Don't take fright. The natives are restless tonight. And they go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. You're currently listening to the TwitFlix podcast, the official podcast of TwitFlix, TwitCast, as apparently we are calling it. It was going to be TwitFlix After Party, and it has become TwitCast. But I am your host, Mugumbo. With me tonight is the second half of TwitFlix and our number one supporter, our financial backer, James, is with us tonight.
Hello, number one captain of the TwitFlix fan club.
Yes,
James.
yes, the president of our fan club. Not only is he the only member, but he's the president.
He's not just the president, but he's also a client.
Yes.
Yep, indeed.
TwitFlix has kept people from watching reruns of Friends. Like we have done that for people. I'm going to watch reruns of Friends.
Show reruns of Friends?
I'm sure on some sort of Nick at Night, kind of Silver Age of Fox television kind of thing.
Oh man, Nick at Night. That makes it sound old then.
It is.
Friends
it's
on Nick at Night.
Jennifer Aniston could seriously be a gilf, right? She isn't, but she could be.
I don't know. I was never into Rachel to begin with.
Rachel.
That was her name, right? Rachel?
I do believe.
I was more of a Phoebe fan. I like Phoebe. She was
regardless of Friends, we're watching something
talking about Friends.
way less
I
New
would
York.
rather talk about Friends than this movie we just watched.
Who picked this? So folks,
who I am? Did you say it?
Yes. This is Mr. Matt Dunn from criticalmassmedia.com.
Critical Mass. Magnificent Matt Dunn.
James, do you have a website or some sort of? You're a writer, correct?
Yes.
So you have some sort of writing things, or do you want to stay disconnected from, I don't know if I want to associate those kind of things with this?
No, the writing things are coming in the future, so that's going to be something that I'm going to throw down the line later on. But right now, I'm trying to keep it a little bit on the down low.
Definitely don't want to let
now you can see James every Wednesday if you participate in TwitFlix. 9 p.m. every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time.
He's a professional amateur writer, so his tweets have to be badass.
They are.
I got 140 characters.
He's a quality tweeter. He is a
yes.
He has honed it to a science.
I've only seen one misspelling ever, and it might have actually been a alternative British way of spelling it. So I don't know.
Probably. I do some Britishisms.
It happens. so you might have never had a misspelling, which
except for last week. So last week I flaked out.
Well, it happens. It happens, folks. If you are unaware of what TwitFlix is, TwitFlix is something we gather together once a week. Right now, it's Wednesdays, 9:00 Eastern time, and we watch one movie that's available via Netflix instant, 99.99999% of the time. This week, apparently, Mr. Dunn, I thought this would be a quality pick. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's a British movie. It's part of our BritFlix month, right?"
No, I never hyped this movie out.
Ali G
I
in
never
the house.
said this was going to be a good movie.
And I know that of Sacha Baren Cohen. I know that he is an interesting character.
You was on our turf.
The East Stain's massive.
Well, if it ain't the West Stain's massive outside their precious centre.
I'm afraid the government's withdrawn our funding. They're closing down the John Nike Leisure Centre. What?
Order in the house. And look at this.
Thing's gonna destroy Staines.
Sir? What the hell's going on? I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, sir, but I've sent some men out to check just in case. I'll see that you do. I want maximum security.
This is a terrorist attack. Shoot on sight. Repeat, shoot on sight.
What is he doing? I'm not sure, Prime Minister.
And for you, sir, to come down and step up to me and have the...
Relax, Yabati.
And he is. I mean, right, guys?
He's an interesting character. He's a hilarious guy. He's a genius, really.
He's an artist.
He's a comedic genius, along the lines of someone like Andy Kaufman.
Andy Warhol-ish, right without the actual material arts, but actually acting wise, Andy Kaufman, very very much so. I can't compare him to a whole lot of other people. He's just he's kind of crazy, kind of like Sybil.
Well, I mean,
the schizophrenic, the Sybil, he gets into his characters big time, doesn't he?
Yep.
Well, what he does with his TV show and what he does with his other movies is he does sort of reality-based. He plays these characters and he plays it straight, and he attempts to get reactions out of people and tries to. With a character like Borat or with Bruno, I mean, he's trying to expose people's prejudice, xenophobia, homophobia, and he exposes these people, and it's very funny and at the same time poignant because you go, oh my God, there are people out there that think like this. But my main problem,
and I have a very difficult time watching stuff like that. You know what, guys? I can watch a horror movie and be fine, smiling, leaning forward in my chair, right? But Borat, I've never been able to make it 20, 30 minutes into that movie. I'm literally sitting in my chair with my fingers over my eyes with a little crack, exposing them, trying to find a reason to walk out of the room. I'm embarrassed. I could be by myself and I'm embarrassed. Oh my god, he's not don't they know that they're being pulled?
I think if you had a hard time with Borat, you would probably have a much harder time with Bruno, which I think is there are some. I mean, he goes to this skinhead convention or something, I think, or a gun show.
Oh my goodness!
And he's playing this flamboyant gay character, and
he's trying to get someone to literally beat the crap out of him on camera, almost, right?
James, did you see Bruno?
No, I have not.
Oh,
because do you feel like me, James? It's hard to watch. You're putting your hands in front of your face, and I don't want to see this. This is embarrassing.
A little bit, but at least with the movie we saw tonight, it wasn't that bad. I don't know if
no. This one wasn't.
It wasn't something that
it was kind of ridiculous.
Really touched me personally, but I found it amusing.
It was amusing, and it was actually, I was expecting what I had seen from Borat, the 20, 30 minutes I made it through there, to the point that I was like, I can't take it, couldn't take it anymore. I was just horrified. I mean, really horrified. And I was watching it by myself.
That's funny, and I would never really expect that reaction out of you because you watch a lot of crazy stuff.
I do, but it affects me that way. And there's certain movies I don't even know what else I can compare it to. But Borat definitely did it. I think it was a subway scene where he was being all I can't remember what it was, but it was oh, all right, that's it.
Well, he had he let a chicken loose on the subway.
Yeah.
And maybe it was because you have chickens and
I would never let one of my girls out on the subway.
Farmer Mugumbo.
That's my favorite fucking chicken too.
Mugumbo had a farm.
I do have a farm.
No, you know what? I did find this movie amusing too, James. I do find it amusing. I think there's some very funny parts, but it's like a series of just gags, just one after another, and there's I can't even think of what the plot is. I have something here. I can read it right here. It's the plot summary from IMDb. Mm-hmm. Ali G, which is Sacha Baren Cohen's character, unwittingly becomes a pawn in the evil chancellor's plot to overthrow the Prime Minister of Great Britain. However, instead of bringing the Prime Minister down, Ali is embraced by the nation as the voice of youth and realness, making the Prime Minister and his government more popular than ever.
Basically, you know what that is?
I kind of got that at the beginning, but then towards the end, when was it the Prime Minister that got caught with the girlfriend and then I lost all track.
I don't know.
What this is it's saying, hey everybody, Ali G is cool. You're supposed to like him because he's cool. He has a movie. He's cool. Like him because he's it's kind of its own thing.
It kind of seemed to me like a bad.
What was the movie that he was? There was a movie that was about a clockwork, like android or whatever, like kids kind of movie. Hugo. He was amazing in that. That is actually the only movie. I said that I've never seen a Sacha Baren Cohen movie all the way through. I don't call that his movie. That he was in that movie. That wasn't his movie. Whereas this, Borat, what was the other one? Dictator. Those are his movies.
Dictator, Bruno.
Bruno. The Hugo was fucking amazing in that, guys.
Yeah. Did you see Sweeney Todd?
Yeah,
he was in that too. He was good.
I didn't like Sweeney Todd. I had I do I have a rough time with musicals, and we all know that from TwitFlix.
Me too.
I want to like musicals. Things like Nightmare Before Christmas, absolutely. Sweeney Todd, yeah, like Life of Brian, or not. I'm sorry, Meaning of Life. I would consider that kind of a musical, right?
Kind of.
That was good.
It's got a lot of music in it.
I mean, I enjoy all those songs and some other ones, but
yeah, but like I was saying, I don't know if you're agreeing. Were you agreeing with me, James, when I said it was kind of like Wayne's World?
Yeah.
Where it was like...
Yeah, a little bit.
It was like kind of
the
this character... And
the Brits version
really,
of Wayne's World?
It was just kind of one-dimensional. I mean, before this movie came out, he did have his television show in Britain, and that was a lot like the one that they had over here, which has all the cringe stuff where it's like he's setting people up, sort of candid camera, fooling them, and... the kind of stuff you hate, Mugumbo.
Yeah, see, and I've never seen that. You know what? You want to know how bad I am? Even when one of our local radio stations in the mornings on my drive to work would do a skit where they called. They would call and like bust some kid or whatever in front of their parents or an ex or a boyfriend or girlfriend cheating on each other or something like that. It was horrible, and I would always change the channel. I would try to see how far I could get through it. I'm like, oh, that's bullshit. And I don't know. I'm weird. I'm weirdo, dude.
You know what? See, I love that stuff.
You do, you're naughty.
Sadist. I think I'm kind of a sadist, and that's why
you are. You are the traumatic part of cinematic when we have you on.
I'm the guy who's really fucked up.
Matt Dunn's the fucked up one. Man, he just really...
You guys play the character if we're fucked in the head.
Yeah,
I'm
we
really
pretend.
fucked in the head.
He's like, I call my show Happy Fun Time. You're really you bring the true traumatic cinematic to life. So, all right, this is Britflix month, right? And so far we've done Meaning of Life. What did we do last week? Was
Train Spotting.
Train Spotting with dead babies. Nothing runs off a crowd like dead babies, right?
I didn't even make it to the dead babies.
Okay, well, that happens. That happens. And, I've had my issues, but this week we had Ali G Indahouse. What is our next week's? What do we finish this month up with?
Time Bandits. A little more with the Python Boys.
Terry Gilliam.
Yay! Everybody likes Time Bandits.
Who doesn't love Terry Gilliam?
Who doesn't? I don't know.
He's a genius. He's a modern day genius. Like he was Monty Python.
Yes.
It's amazing that he came out of that group. He did amazing things with the animation, which was like cool and having fun then. But to see what it turned into in his directorial abilities, really.
Let's not forget that he also directed Meaning of Life, or at least most of it.
A lot of it, along with Terry Jones, right?
Yeah,
probably. And then then Terry Jones did all of Life of Brian, which we did on Traumatic Cinematic, ladies and gentlemen.
They're both good though. They're both Terry Jones.
Brazil.
Terry Jones is a good director.
What is your guys' favorite Terry Gilliam movie?
Huh?
What's your favorite Terry Gilliam movie?
I don't know, but I've never seen Brazil. Still haven't seen it.
But what is your? Of all of them, there's a bunch of them.
Probably Fear and Loathing.
Fear and Loathing's awesome. What about you, James?
I don't know. That's a good question. It's been a long time since I've seen all of them, so I don't think I can pick a...
12 Monkeys, Fear and Loathing, Time Bandits, Baron Munchausen.
Yeah, I don't think
I did like Munchausen.
Jabberwocky.
I do like Munchausen, too.
Munchausen is awesome. It has Robin Williams in him, unaccredited, too, which is kind of neat.
Uma Thurman.
Yes. Like all sorts of people. It's like amazing. They just wanted to do it because they were all like friends, all doing a bunch of cocaine together. Like,